You've made it. The world is quiet now, and it's just us. Welcome to the Savon Experience Pillow Talk Solo Edition, your safe space to reflect, exhale, and get real. I'm your host, Savon, and tonight we're diving deep. So get comfortable, take a breath, and let's talk.
That's what pillow talk is. Every week I'm pulling up with the real solo. No guests, no edits, just you, me, and the truth. So go ahead, get comfortable. You're tuned in into the Savon Experience. Pillow talk, solo edition. Let's talk.
Good evening. Good evening, good evening, and good evening. First of all, thank you guys for joining us again at the Savon Experience podcast, Pillow Talk Solo Edition. I am going to always start out my episode by saying thank you, thank you, thank you for tuning in, liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, rating, all those good things, because we are on all platforms. We are on Spotify, Pandora, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, girl, and a whole bunch of others. Those are just to name a few. I'm out there. Amazon Music, get into it. We are out there. YouTube, if you want to see the visuals, girl, they are available to all of you guys. And if you are a member of the Savon Experience podcast on YouTube, or just the channel as a whole, honey, you get access to the episodes as soon as I finish them. Then my episodes are scheduled, but you see them right then if you are a member of the Savon Experience. You get a Divas, or you can become a Scholar. Scholars is a tad bit more, I'm not gonna lie, but you get a little bit more content. So join if you'd like. Thank you. Thank you. So Pride Month is over. We done with that. Everybody done put their colors back. They put their flags back up. Now that it's over, do we know, like, do we see a difference this year? Do we see like more companies actually jump in and support? Do we have more like Pride merch? Did y'all see like the same companies participating, or was it just, us showing up for ourselves? I don't know, because I wasn't really paying attention. I've got my libation. Y'all got y'all libation. Get a little something lighter, a little pinkish today, a little beige, something to quench my throat, wet the palate. One thing that you'll also get from the Savon Experience is I will fuck up a word. I'm country, okay? So I will say some shit fucked up, and I'll try to hurry up and autocorrect, because I'm going to tell you what's going on. My mind moves faster than my mouth, and as I get older, it just gets worse. But this is me, authentic and here and present. So that's what you're going to get from me, a good old country, rich, regal auntie, honey. And rich is subjective. Oh, this is good. Very tasty. Very tasty. Love that. So Jivas, scholars of the Savon Experience, beautiful souls of the Savon Experience, welcome back to the Savon Experience Pillow Talk Solo Edition show. Tonight we are going to dive into something a little bit different, right? Yet still on brand, still on par for what we are talking about, still about self-love, worth, giving grace, showing grace, honey, being emotionally intelligent. But tonight I want to unpack self-love. The love that you're craving might actually be your own, especially if you have this idea of what love is, and you have this idea of how your relationship should be and how someone should treat you. And I won't say that your ideas are far off. I won't say they're unrealistic. I won't say any of those things, but I will ask a question. Are you sure you're looking for that love from someone else, or are you looking for it from yourself? The way you want to be loved and the way that you want someone to love you should start with you loving yourself in that same way. Told y'all from a previous episode episode that I was gonna run it back. The way you love yourself is a reflection of the love that you're also bringing to yourself. And while there are moments where people see that you don't love yourself enough, and they may show more love to you the way that you should see and the way that you should receive love and the way that you should love yourself, that's just insight. They're just telling you, hey, I see this in you. I see value in loving you the way you are. And I understand that we are our own worst critic. I know it. So tonight, we're just not talking about self-love. We're going to unpack it, right? We're going to unlearn lies that we've been told and lies that we've told ourselves. And we're reclaiming love we've been taught to search for in everyone else but ourselves. Because sometimes the love you craving might be your own. I pause because I might use it as a teaser. I might use it as a teaser, girl, because I'm like, bitch, I'm still reimagining everything. And y'all, I am loving myself for sticking to what I promised, sticking to this brand and new way of doing things, and doing what feels natural and authentic to me, right? I have tried showing up in this space a number of ways because I've gone through a number of challenges and changes. And as we grow, right, we change and we learn. And this feels the most authentic for me. And I'm seeing numbers and I love the numbers, but I'm also trying to stay unfocused on the numbers because I love the intention behind this. I love doing it. And I ain't gonna lie, I done told y'all, I don't know how many times, I love myself. I love watching and hearing myself. And so therefore, hell, I do it for me. That's T. I do it for me. And if I'm being very honest, I don't think there was ever a time that I did not like looking at myself and loving myself. Now, I'm not going to say there weren't things I didn't want to change about myself, but I've always looked at me and loved my energy and loved watching me work. I don't think that's narcissism. Is that narcissism? I don't think that's narcissism. Let me ask Nova something. Let me ask Nova, my assistant. Girl, what is narcissism? Let me go over here and ask her real fast. Bitch, am I being a narcissist? Just because I love myself? And I like watching me? Bitch, did you spell it right? She said, bitch, do you mean narcissism? Bitch, because I spelled it wrong. Okay, so narcissism is a personality trait or in more extreme cases, a diagnosable disorder. Goddamn. Excessive self-focus or self-importance. I don't really focus on myself or make myself like feel like I'm more important than anybody else. Need for affirmation, admiration, of invalidation. No, I don't need it from nobody else. I got it from me. Lack of empathy for others. Well, there it is. I am not a narcissist. Okay, bitch. Yes, girl. But let's talk about that real fast and we're going to get back. Everyday narcissism. Most people have narcissistic traits at times, like wanting praise or feeling proud of accomplishments. Okay, that's fair. But NPD, narcissistic personality disorder, is a mental health condition diagnosed when those traits are persistent, extreme, and interfere with daily life or relationships. Well, bitch, that ain't me. But then I give too much of myself to other people and try to show for other folks and not myself enough. But so that ain't me. So I'm not a narcissist. Boom, clack, there it is. Okay, so so it's okay to love yourself. It's okay to love yourself. It's okay to like what you see about yourself. It's okay to love aspects of you. It's okay. So I'm okay. See, we are all learning together. All right. So let's get back to what we were saying. That little pop was not necessary. It was not necessary. But let's get back to it. So, the love that you crave might be the love that you need for yourself. Let that sink in for a second. Think about it. I mean, I don't feel like, I don't think it's too much to ask. Sometimes when we talking to our girlfriends and our good Judies or whatever, honey, and we're like, girl, like, I don't understand why it's so hard just to do this, that, and the other. Like, I mean, I'm not asking for too much. And you may or may not. These things are situational. But if you have to ask that, like, do you show up for yourself like that? If you show up for others like that, then okay. We talked about this on a previous episode where sometimes when you do things for other people and you show up for them in such a way, you shouldn't expect it in return. I know that's tricky. You shouldn't, because you might be setting an expectation that they're not capable of meeting. And if you're doing it out of your own heart, then boom, you shouldn't necessarily really want it reciprocated. I mean, you're just doing it. That's just who you are. You may or may not get it back in that space, but from a karma and from an energy and a universe perspective, you definitely will get it back. It's how you show up for others. But let's stick to the topic. Let me walk now into why self-love is harder than it sounds, because it sounds real easy, real easy. We hear it all the time. Love yourself, girl. So you gotta love you. If you don't love you, then how somebody else gonna love you? Now that's a fair statement. That's a fair question. But it's hard to do that, especially when you are always critical of the things that you see and want to change, right? And if we want to tie this into our previous episodes, especially when you're not taking time to celebrate your wins in that moment and your accomplishments and the things that you do well and the things that do look good on you and the things that you excel at, if you don't take time to do that, you never will really understand it and look and love your value, recognize and or love your value, right? But how do you love someone you've spent years criticizing? That's where it becomes difficult. How do I love myself? Because we're high. When you're trying to be your best, you're often harder on yourself than anyone else. And I have said this in both personal, professional, and every other space. Baby, you can't be harder on me than I am on myself. But I also know that, baby, because I am hard on myself and I am doing the things that need to be done, because I know I have a high standard when it comes to things. I know I like things a certain kind of way. And so I already know when I show up, I'm going to be giving it what I would want someone to give to me. I'm going to give it my all. And I also use a little line, a little emotional intelligence there too, and grace, because I can't always present it the way I want. You know what I'm saying? For instance, the way I started out the podcast about, 10 episodes ago, it's very different. It looks different. It feels different from the way it does now, the way it did 2 years ago, the way it did 3 years ago, right? Because you're always advancing. You're always making it better. You're being critical. You're seeing, you're looking, and you're taking cues of people that you follow, that you also inspire to look at. You know what I'm saying? That you inspire to be. They encourage you. I try not to look at too many podcasts, only because of the fact, especially while I'm trying to work on mine, because I don't want really their influence to influence mine as much. But I definitely know key people out there who I follow that they are the standard. They are the bar. So there are things that I definitely look, and that's okay to say. Bitch, quit thinking that you can do it all yourself and that, oh my God, I just thought of it. But no, we encourage each other. Okay. So how do you start loving yourself and when you've spent all your life criticizing yourself? Well, the first thing you're going to have to start doing is, I'm going to say, start a list of the things that you don't like about yourself and the things that you do like about yourself and the things that you do well. And it may be difficult, but I say spend the time making that list and compare the two. And you may have more on, the things you don't like about yourself than you do the things you love about yourself. But I'm going to need you then to take that list. I want you to look at that list and then look at the things that you don't like about yourself and then say, okay, if I don't like that, what can I do about that? And then put a game plan in place to change the thing that you don't like about yourself. Is it something you can fix? Maybe it's not something you can fix because it's just what you were given, or you don't have funds to correct it. Depending on what it is, you have to ask yourself, is this something that I can fix? And then if it's not something that you can fix, you need to ask yourself, how do you give grace to the mirror when you've been trained to tear it down? Because a lot of time that's where it comes from. What you often don't like about yourself is what you've heard other people say to you that they don't like about you. Criticism. You know what I'm saying? Um, I remember one person that I was dating. Oh, this is cute. And bitches, I say date. Mm-mm. I wasn't dating them. It was a situation. And I remember, we had met up a couple times. We had, we weren't strangers, right? And I think I was on a dating app or chat room or something. This was years ago. And I may have changed my screen name because I would do that. I would change my, especially if certain folks was getting on my goddamn nerves and I didn't want them to know who the fuck I was on there, right? I would change my name, screen name, become a little bit more incognito about it. But there will be certain things that if you really paid attention to either certain pics, certain descriptions, you would know. Or if you talk to me a lot, you talk to me, there's a way that people talk and you'll know who it is, right? And this person was trying to figure out if it was me or not. And I knew I did not want to talk to this person, right? So I was like, nope. No, I'm not this person. I'm not from there. Okay, okay, okay. I mean, they're a cool person, but the one thing they said was, I mean, very pretty, but a very large girl. And it was like very large. Now, girl, I was a big girl. But it was the very large to me, right? And so I knew I was a big girl. You ain't said shit that I wasn't shocked about. But it was also somebody who repeatedly kept coming to the large girl, wanting to have the large girl experience. So I was like, bitch, and it hit me differently because I was like, it was one of the things I'm like, I mean, I love all these things about me, but girl, look, you could lose weight, girl. Like, I don't really like that. I don't like how your stomach, I don't like your booty do. And they was like, what is a booty do, if you're asking? What is a booty? I don't like your booty do. Bitch, your stomach stick out more than your booty do. So I didn't like my booty do, because my stomach definitely stuck out more than my booty did. And so that became a thing that I focused on. I was like, I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? I do love me though, girl. I still think I'm the shit, but bitch, pics from like here up or from like here up, not too many full bodied pictures. The only time that I would really do full bodied pictures as a measure to just put it all out there on the front line and not be so self-conscious about it. If I was on a dating site and I was trying to meet people, I was very transparent about the size, baby. You're going to get the pic head to toe, and it's probably going to be a pic that I look my absolute worst. And I've said, if y'all been following and listening to my episodes from previous seasons and or this season 4, you know what I'm talking about because I've said it a number of times. I would post my worst pic, the one that I was the most critical of, full bodied, bitch. If the booty do was booty doing, it was out there and it was on the side, bitch, where you can see that bitch is giving you like booty do and all of that. You gonna see it. That way, when you hit that pic and you engage in conversations and discussions with me, you knew exactly what the fuck you was getting. It was never gonna be when you get to the door, oh my God, because some folks be catfishing folks like that and some folks be doing it. They do one pic from like 10 years ago or maybe 6 months ago when they were smaller and now they bigger. And then you see them and you like, and you be like, well, bitch, they here now, so they ain't gonna turn around and will, because I've done it. And 400 pounds, I was like, bitch, no, I'm leaving, and left. So, my automatic defense mechanism was to post what I was insecure about. And then those who came through, and those who didn't. So he said that, and I was like, oh, that's not me. I'm not that girl, because I knew I want to see him. I didn't want to talk to him. And I just left it there. But I was like, wow, big girl, that stuck in my mind. It kept playing back in my mind. So it became something I was just like always conscious about and cared about, right? No matter how, girl, I'm a bad bitch. And I'm a big girls, you know, okay, girl, all of that. But we all got things that we have to work on. And a lot of people, when we fix those, it tells you what you really thought about yourself, right? So how do you give grace to the mirror when you've been trained to tear it down? Other folks tore it down, so I'm like, girl, I don't really like that. And I fixed it. I changed it. I did what I needed to do. Whatever it was, at whatever cost, I did what needed to be done. And so let's talk about what makes self-love feel so distant and why it's not impossible, just unfamiliar. Because then you're having to tell yourself to love something that everybody else have said that you shouldn't like about yourself, whether it's your sexuality, whether it's your skin color, whether it's your hair texture, whether it's your style, whether it's your love of what genre of music. There are so many things that makes us so different and unique, and we're always telling people love yourself and be unique, but then criticize the very same thing that you're doing. Social media is a prime example of that. Come up, be you. Girl, post your content, girl. Be you, be different. And then when you go out there and you got 5 views and you're like, I feel like I'm attacking myself. You got 5 views, bitch, because ain't nobody trying to watch your shit, or they skipping past it, or you look at the dashboard and you look at your metrics and you see, bitch, they stopped listening after the first second. Listen, they don't have nothing to do with you. They don't have nothing to do with you. It has a lot to do with either what they're interested in, their lack of attention span, or the fact that maybe they just on there to look at something else. Maybe they want to see people arguing, fighting, tearing somebody apart, but somebody's going to roll past your page that's going to need and want what you have to offer. So you do post your content, right? You can't look at the numbers because them numbers lie. And if you want to be very honest, a lot of people will pay and to promote, and you should, because businesses pay to promote their business, to promote their brand, to get it out there so people can see it. So it's not always organic. I'm gonna do that shit too. I'm gonna find an episode that I really like and I'm gonna post that bitch, and I'm gonna go out there to YouTube and well, I don't know if YouTube do it, but Instagram and TikTok and Facebook, and I'm gonna promote that bitch because it will then get it out there to more people that it wouldn't naturally, organically get out there to. And then that's how you get clients. That's how you get viewers. It's the same way if you had a business and you were promoting your business, you give cards, you have commercials, you're posting on social media. People who look the way, you know, who's wearing the style, they're out there, oh my God, who did your hair? You're putting flyers on cars back in the day. You know what I'm saying? So it's okay to promote your brand. It's okay to promote. They do it. A lot of content creators won't tell you they do it because some of them go viral and they keep going viral, so therefore they are their own self-promotion. But for some others like myself, bitch, we're gonna have to put some money behind us. Invest in yourself. Put some money in it. That's why a lot of people, I remember T.S. Madison and Craig on Fig Talk talking about PHAG, popular hot ass gospers. I wouldn't use anything derogatory. And if you know, you know. I love the show. Love the show. But you know, they were talking about how celebrities, you know, like from the Housewives brand, the reality show, um, um, crew and cast members, how like when you are on the show and you are popping, you need to be popping out social media. You need to be popping out other things that can keep money coming in for you if that particular position gig don't last. Everybody's watching you. So use everything that you can to promote you, right? So now you're going to have to look in the mirror, I'm going to bring it back together. Start looking at the things that people have torn down, and you're going to have to promote it. Start loving it, leaning into it, right? Because we chase approvals, we chase applause, likes, all that fake validation from the outside. When you see that, it's when you didn't like something. Here's an example of unlearning outside validation and how we chase approvals. I had a client and she wouldn't necessarily like the style that she have, especially if she's changing, trying something new. And there's a lot of people who are like this. They don't like it they're a little apprehensive about it because it's, it's taking them out of their comfort zone, right? So they be like, I don't know about this. Case in point, the boho braids that I did on myself, the wig, and instead of doing the baby hairs or swoop, I did pin curls, baby, on off base, on base and off base, pin curls, Betty Boop pin curls. That took me out my comfort zone because for me, like that's not like I usually want a good line and it just look like it's growing out of maybe a whisper of a baby hair here and there, but that was like bold. And I'm like, but I felt like it fit the hair, right? The look. But it took me out of my comfort zone. And initially I was like, girl, I remember when I went out of town and saw my friend, and she was like, oh my God, friend, you look so good. I was like, girl, listen, these damn pin curls. She didn't say nothing about them pin curls, but I was like extremely self-conscious about it. Going through the airport, the young girls, they're like, oh my God, I love your hair. And I was like, oh God, I got a style on that's for children, bitch. I'm 48 and this is like a 20-some-year-old style. And I was like, and she was like, I remember she looked at my passport and she was like, no way. And I was like, yes way. But anyway, moving on. I pushed through it and I end up liking it. So when I put the wig back on, girl, because, I'm shampooing and she's got conditioner sitting on her right now, I'm gonna do it again because I loved it. I leaned into it. So I had a client that was like, she didn't like it until people gave her compliments about it. And then she felt better about it. So sometimes we need to unlearn outside validation. Because that same outside validation that you are absorbing and taking in could be the same thing that breaks you down, because people also give you feedback that you don't necessarily, they don't like what they like either. And that's going to tear you down if you don't learn to stop looking for it. If you like it, you like it. And it's okay that you like it because it's on you. It's your shit. You wearing it. If they don't like it, fuck them. And a lot of people don't understand how most trendsetters are people who don't listen to the outside like that. They just like what they like and they do what they do and that's it. Now, most trendsetters get real upset too because they feel like people are always following and copying them. Well, girl, listen, I don't know what to tell you. That's a whole nother episode. But when we stop chasing approvals and applause and likes and start focusing on real love and understanding that real love doesn't need an audience, I want you to ask yourself tonight, would I still love me if no one clapped? If no one applauded you? If no one ever told you you was cute? If no one ever tried to hit on you? If no one ever liked a photo that you ever posted? If no one ever liked anything that you did, would you still love yourself? And what's your answer? Yes or no? Drop it in the comments, because I like to look at comments. So if this is a clip, drop it in the comments. Let's engage. That's a real thing. Because one thing I want you to know, your worth isn't a performance. If you being real and if you're doing everything to get likes and if everybody like you, that shit is exhausting. You can't keep that shit up. And if you do, girl, make sure you're getting the therapy that you need. It's a lot. It's a lot. Let me segue into this appropriately, because in some videos, I ain't like the way I segued into things. Your worth isn't a performance. Do things to show yourself love. Applaud yourself. Applaud your own fucking self. You know what I'm saying? When you know you gave it your all, even if it wasn't, even if the response or wasn't as successful as you thought it was, give yourself an applause because you started something. You started it. Look, you started it. You did the work. You did the research. You pushed through, and then you pulled through to completion. So from the beginning to end, you took that concept, you took that task, you did whatever, and you did it. And even if you was trying something new in a look, trying something new with your content, and it didn't immediately kick off, if you believe in it, keep doing it. Consistency is key. Keep doing it. If did nobody give you, oh my God, an applaud, they didn't comment on it, the views weren't that high, that always don't have anything that they don't always have something to do with the fact that it wasn't good. Because sometimes when you're posted on social media, if you don't have a following, a lot of people don't know you and they're not pushing you on the For You page, people may not know you. So it may not get the traction that you think, but it doesn't mean people don't like it. Hell, let's be very honest. I've had to tell a friend of this a couple times before. A lot of people that I follow, I don't always see they shit on my For You. And if I go to especially on TikTok, so this is going to be a clip for TikTok. If I go to TikTok and I select people I follow, my friends, it still won't show me all of the friends that I follow and their content. It's not going to show me that at all. We had 30 minutes already and I ain't even done. Well, girl, this is going to be longer, so hope you in for the ride. It don't show me all that stuff. I have to go specifically looking for them. If I'm like, oh, where's so-and-so, let me look them up. Right? So because it didn't blow up the way that you think that it blew up doesn't mean that it wasn't worth it, that it wasn't quality. Just because you didn't get the feedback that you thought you was going to get doesn't mean that it wasn't cute. Some people don't want to give you feedback because they just some haters and they may not like it. And if they don't like it, some folks have learned, like I learned, if you don't have nothing good to say, don't say shit. But you need to like it. Your worth is not a performance. So when self-love isn't pretty, it isn't convenient, it doesn't always feel good and met with a round of applause, you got to do what you have to do for yourself. You have to do things that make you feel good. Go get your nails done. Go get your feet done. Put work into your content. Make the song that makes you feel good about it. Post that song. Promote that song. Love that you did it. Right? And if it's not at a point where you can eat off of that content, continue to make sure you thrive in other areas, these survival jobs, to get what you need so you can continue to push through it. Because you need to have faith in what you do, and you have to believe in it if you want anybody else to believe. Because a lot of people ain't going to believe in it initially. They want this wash, rinse, and repeat. So if you're not doing that and you're doing something unique and different, then you need to stick to that. If you don't believe in it, why the fuck should I? Why should we believe in it? I need to stop saying that word so much too, because it's fucking with my monetization. Trying to learn that too, but I'm also trying to be me. Okay, so self-love isn't always, because I know I just said if you want to do something to make yourself feel better, do it. But you need to also understand that in doing that, sure, that makes you feel better. But it's also, self-love isn't always spa days though, right? It's not always soft music all the time. Sometimes it's holding yourself accountable. So if it's something you're trying to do and you're never a person to really follow through, keep consistent, you're never doing it all the time, you lying about it all the time, hold yourself accountable. You know it wasn't going to ever blow up like that. You don't do what it takes to do it. The Beyoncés of the world, the Prince of the world, the Michael Jackson, the Janet Jacksons of the world, the Paris Hiltons of the world, the Swift Taylors of the world. You know what I'm saying? The Kendrick Lamars of the world, the Jay-Z's of the world. You know what I'm saying? The Angela Davises of the world, girl. They didn't get there by not believing in themselves and pushing through adversity, pushing through when people told them they weren't good enough. You understand? The Cyndi Lauper's honey girl, the Cindy Crawford's girl, the Naomi Campbell's bitch who is still doing the damn thing, bitch. And how old is she? I don't know if any of us even know, but she still put the work in. You got to put the work in. You can't put a little bit in and expect a whole lot. Bitch, if it was that easy, all of us would be just blowing the fuck up. But then would it be worth it? So you got to put the work in. And sometimes when you put that work in, it may not always perform the way that you want it to. Boy, don't I know that. I know some of the shit I do ain't crap. It ain't bullshit. But it may not do numbers like some of the shit that is. Okay, my day'll come. It'll happen, right? So sometimes it's got to be you have to be accountable. Now, and if you're in a situation and you're not being treated with love and they don't respect you, it's also walking the fuck away. I've talked about that. No response is a response. It's telling yourself the truth with love. Look, this ain't for me. If I really, if I feel like I'm not being treated or valued the way I should be, well, baby, let me go. Let me leave. You ain't got to let me go. Let me leave. So it is telling yourself the truth with love. Grace doesn't mean avoiding the mirror. It means staying in it until you see yourself. And then when you see yourself, you start loving yourself and you start doing the things that's going to make you feel better about yourself. One misconception that I really, 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 really wish that people would hear and understand. Just because you're single and you're not in a relationship right now, and maybe people aren't knocking down your door, does not mean that you are not worthy of those things. It does not mean you're not a catch. It does not mean you're that girl or that you're not that girl or boy or person or that you're not quality. Doesn't mean that. I know that's a big pill to swallow. So we to wrap up. I want you right now to name one thing. Drop in the comments one thing you genuinely love about yourself. Not what you do for others. What you genuinely love about yourself that lives in you. Okay? I want you to drop it in the comments. Girl, like the video. Say it out loud. And continue to say it out loud until you start believing that shit. Loving your character. I want you to start loving for those who have issues with your looks. Okay? You may not feel like you look the part. You look the way you want to look. Hell, I don't look the way I want to look. There's a lot of things about myself that I don't necessarily like. I'm going to work to change it. And if I can't change it, bitch, I just can't fucking change it. It is what it fucking is. Okay? But do something about it. If you can, work towards it. I want you to ask yourself some more. I want you to not ask yourself. I want you to say some things to yourself. Here it is. I want you to start saying what you do love about yourself. Because loving your character is not about just your looks. It's easy to say, I love my smile. I love my style. But deeper love, that's, I love how I show up for people. I love how I bounce back. I love that I choose to continue to grow. I love that I'm putting the work in to love myself, right? That's the self-love that sustains you, right? I want you to turn criticism into care. We all have that voice in our head, that one that judges, doubts, destroys. Start talking back to it. Not with ego, but with confidence. You are more than your worst thoughts. Bitch, I hate this motherfucking stomach. I hate this booty do. Bitch, it stick out more than my booty do. So, girl, friend, bro, what you gonna do about it? Do something about it. Put the work in you would for yourself as you would a job that's paying you. Get up. Exercise. Do some crunches. Stop eating the shit that's gonna make your booty do grow. If you got the coin, go get that bitch sucked out. Go get it cut out. But then do the work to keep it. I know it's a yo-yo. I know it's harder than it is to say. But if you really want to change it, change it. If you don't love it about yourself, I'm going to say something else. Stop fucking asking everybody else to love it. If you don't like it, why are you expecting somebody else to just love it? And if they do love it, let them. Girl, that's a whole nother topic. Because, baby, I didn't like my booty do, but there were several people out there that loved all their good honey, and I let them. I let them love it. There's a market for everything out there. But then when I got tired of that motherfucker, I did something about it. And then I don't have access to them anymore because they don't like that. Okay, girl, well, I did this for me, not you. I'll find somebody else that do because, bitch, I love it. I love that it's gone. And I'm working to not get it back. You understand what I'm saying? We all have that voice. But we want to make sure that we know that we are more than our worst thought. Give yourself permission not to be perfect. Great is a choice, and so is peace. So is loving the version of you that had to survive to get here. Because some of the people that you look up to don't have the skill set and aptitude to be here today. They can't do it. They can't move like you do. They don't have their own place. They don't have their own car. They don't have their own bills. They are just going from pillar to pillar. It's a lot of things they don't have that you do. But sometimes we always focus on what they do have that we don't. Girl, ain't none of us perfect. I want you to write down what you love about yourself. Write a love letter to yourself. Write it. Whisper it. Believe it. You deserve love that doesn't need permission. You are not too much. You are not behind. You are enough right now, right here. And if people around you don't value that, remove them, honey. Let them go where they like. Let them be in that lane. Protect your energy and protect your space. What do you genuinely love about yourself? Write something you used to hate about yourself, but now accept. Because I'm sure there are some things. What are you still learning to? Where are you still learning to offer yourself grace? Write it, speak it. And if you want to, drop it in the comments and share it. Love to hear it. Put it out there. But if you don't want to, make it personal. Just make sure it's for you. It's okay to be just for you. So this week, I want you to say it out loud. Tell someone what you love about yourself, or better yet, write it down like I said and read it back every day. Start making your own love the loudest voice in the room. I love me for showing up. I love me for being vulnerable and sharing my experiences with you, even though I know there's a huge possibility that as this platform grows, there's going to be people in the comments saying some fucked up shit because they don't love themselves and they want attention and they feel like breaking you down is going to make them feel better. And if we respond to them, girl, we're giving them that attention. But sometimes my petty going to respond back because I'm going to break you the fuck down. I'm not all the way emotionally intelligent. It's a process. I'm working on it. But they're going to do it. But don't let that stop you from doing you. Don't let that stop you from being you. Okay? All right. Now, affirmations for this week. And then we're going to close this out because I got other shit to do. It's time to go to bed. Shower and go to bed. Affirmations that stick. This week and from here on out, I want you to tell yourself, I am worthy of my own love. Even if don't nobody else show it to you. Only you can start a forest fire. Stop a forest fire. No, sorry. Only you can love you the way that you need to love you. You are allowed to celebrate yourself. Your softness is your strength. It's not your weakness. It's the thing that God put into you that made you who you are, even though I know people may take it for granted. We'll talk about that too. Speak it until you believe it and then speak it louder. Every day. Self-love doesn't start with perfection. It starts with presence. So tonight, we are going to, before you go to sleep, I done gave you a laundry list of shit to do. A laundry list, but do it at your own pace. But before you go to sleep, you just say something kind to yourself out loud and fucking mean it. Mean it. Now, this has been the Savon Experience podcast, Pillow Talk Solo Edition, where the truth is tender, but it always shows up. Until next time, stay grounded, stay soft, stay yourself, but then also try staying Savon. I love y'all for real. Thank you for watching. Share, comment, all the other stuff. That shit is free if you enjoy this, because I'm going to still do it anyway. And it helps my channel grow. Good night. Whew.
Slide into the quiet space where the moonlight touches grace. I'm speaking
Thank you for sharing this moment with me. Remember, grace isn't just for others, it's for you too. Until next time, this has been the Savon Experience Pillow Talk Solo Edition. Be kind, be soft, be you.
let it flow. No mask, no noise, just my truth in the dark. Laid back whispers straight from the heart.